very, very confused
Because
if either of them
pick is
decided
100%.
to venture out of this Sova. But we've seen strange
Same with the other
things
Sova.
here today.
Oh, yeah.
I think everyone is sort of looking at Steel
cool.
as the last person to lock
Heavy
in
Sovas.
and see what he's going to do. But so far, so good, Bala.
Yeah, I'm just glad that on land we don't get to worry about Hiko, you know, hovering agents and whatnot. Ethan locks in the sky, and we got Police also locking in the Astra. I like that for both players.
Yeah, I mean, and the Sky as well, it gives the suggestion that they're going for one of their more kind of recent compositions, because it's only recently that 100 Thieves have even brought a Sky into Ascent.
I like
They used
that,
to play without, so there is that.
Yeah, I mean, you did your impression with the flashes earlier. Oh,
Yes!
Oh, that's what you wanted to see.
Right.
They're the only team that's doing it.
You want to see this. Now it's been locked in. I'm very happy.
It feels like they didn't do their research.
sick.
Like, there's no Sentinel on this side. There's no Sentinel on the other side. Havan Liberty is not playing with it. And again, the breach is really hard to hit with that knife and try to nullify. So who are they nullifying at this point?
We will see. We will see, Bala. Well,
Well,
Bala,
you know what I'm hearing is, ooh, NA might have a weakness.
it's excuses, right? They're just making excuses. But Bala is a little bit mad about this pick, but I know who is very, very happy. It is Havan Liberty's #1 fan, Riv, and his partner, Doug, waiting on the sidelines to cast map 1.
Riv and Doug.
Thank you so much, Sue. It is finally
Oh
time.
my God,
Riv,
Doug
when
in
you
the
get to
flesh.
an international stage like this, you need a little magic. Right?
Absolutely.
Just a little
One
something
suspender?
that can set you apart, that provides that spark.
It goes
the
into his
intangibles
shirt.
that give you a chance at an upset
On
like
one
this.
side?
And it almost feels like that's what you
How's that
need
possible?
against 100 Thieves.
It really does. The experience they bring to the table, the
What kind of magic
assurance
is
they
this?
have, and the compositions
Called
they
style,
create,
doesn't
and
do
how
anything.
sure they are to continue to run these compositions. And Doug, I am happy to see it as well. Still from the side of Havan Liberty, they are going with their triple initiator comp. It's something that they have really come to love, and you can see it out of this team all the time. It allows them to play slow, fast. This is a team, as they said, they've been together for a long time.
Right.
You know, Pletz, Meeson, Shion, all the 3 starting roster, adding Leonsi
Well, 100
after
Thieves
the
lost
first
this
strike,
round.
and like they said,
Retake
all that work has
classic.
brought them here. What do they have, Doug?
Well, right now,
Oh my
Riv, it looks
goodness,
like they
Hiko
have
just
A
straight
for
up
free.
died
Hiko's already dropped.
to a
Actually, to the
aftershock.
breach utility that we highlighted at the beginning of the series. So a great start here for Havan Liberty.
Heck W,
Astu's
he's
in a great spot there, but you see they're protecting the flanks, right? Like Pletz is in a
I mean,
position
Steel
where
has
he's
full
gonna shoot,
util,
nobody's
so
coming
if
in front.
they
have full access of
Paranoia,
sight.
all of Gen, flash over, smoke
Quite a
main.
utility to still
There's a
come into
chance.
the site.
Just gotta be
Steel's
timed
running
well.
Most of that, and they're going to start the smokes with Nitro over to A main.
All right, that's an excellent start. Austin able to get one. Shion's playing just on the other side of smoke. Lee opting to go aggressive. He's able to clean one up as well, as there is just one left, but he's not going to take care of it.
Where did that guy come
Steel
from?
drops.
Was he
Havan
cat?
Liberty
I think he's
drop
cat
first.
late.
Did he go all the way
A lot
around?
of aggression from
either
one
that
area
or he's
of 100
lurking top
Thieves
mid.
there.
I
It
didn't
seems
see.
like
I
they
didn't
didn't
look
Without
get
that,
out
with
front.
if that guy was
Just
A
like
main
that fast to
and
set
he
up
went
so
cat,
quick.
well
And you
played.
saw,
That's
Pletz just
100%
in the
a real
corner.
tattoo
That's
by
almost the
Wakeball,
first
by the
position
way.
to die
Really?
switch.
Yeah.
He didn't even have a
100%
focus
that's real.
on him, so a little haphazard there for the first
Oh,
round.
he got
but
stunned,
we know
sucked,
nerves
and
are here on
Yeah, there's
land.
just
This is
nothing to do
100
there.
Thieves coming into
That was
land
just
for the first
well
time
played by them.
over a year as they've set
I knew where that guy
themselves.
came from.
And we'll see
Breach
if
is
Havan
so
can keep those nerves
underutilized
on
in NA.
for
It's
100 Thieves.
pretty shocking,
100
and
Thieves
he's
opting
gotten
not to
quite
buy
good.
up here, so you presume they're gonna certainly going to be at a deficit here as far as this round goes. But for Havan Liberty, they
I play Breach. You inspired me.
Right? You've got 3 Spectres. You do
I
have
played
two
him
missiles
like
and
when the
much.
game
Very
launched.
similar
He
to what we saw
was
in the
so
previous
fun
round.
and good,
And
but
this
then
is
he
very-
just fell out
this
of
is very
meta
typical
somehow.
for Havan Liberty, right? Like
Feels
they
like
feel
playing
things
against
out,
a
they
really good
poke, they
Breach is,
prod a
like,
bit, and then if they don't like what they
Oh,
see, if they get
it's
the
real
they
hard.
get the
Yeah.
no-nos,
So
they go
hard.
ahead and they rotate
Breach
out elsewhere, and
mains
that's exactly
unite.
what they're doing here.
And I liked it. It was a B strat after their first round A. Figure out where 100 Thieves is setting up a few of their agents here in the early game, what they feel comfortable with on these rounds, and right back into A. As you said, Havan Liberty's going to set up a little garrison.
Oh, they're gonna catch him.
Oh, they're
No
cat-
way.
cat fast.
Nitro and Ether are able to
That's
get
so
one apiece. Nitro
huge.
got the second, also not able to
Really
clean
good.
anything
I know
up.
they didn't win the round, but that was
Yeah.
great.
Hard
Good
and
damage.
free.
They
had
all
the setup
those 2 have to
there,
buy
but it
armor and
was
3
not
died.
enough.
It's great.
Havan Liberty holds
They lose
serve.
this round, they gotta save.
All right, let's take stock of it. We're into round
Where's-
3 here. Good
Stop
damage
leaving me
done by
voicemails,
100
man.
Thieves there onto Havan. 2 Spectres
Done.
will come out of that round as we see the flurry of kills coming around.
Just got a kill by accident right there.
He does get dropped by
Like
Meeson.
he's calling, telling me
both
about
of
my
these
student
rounds have
aid.
been
I don't
100
have
Thieves.
student aid.
Once they go to attack, retake the site, it seems like Havan has their number. Now we get weapons on both sides. A few of those Spectres still in play, and it actually looks like Pletz is going for. Actually, looks like he purchased 32, so he's just sitting on this for now. We'll see what he has.
Friend, that flash from Ethan should
Blinded.
get a little bit of
So it is
insight
Oh
just
my
ghost
god, they're
going on,
fast.
yeah.
Wow.
But again,
Taking
for
advantage
100
of the
Thieves, man, they're just
Holy.
playing
gun
off-site.
deficiency.
This is the 3rd round in a row where they leave A open, And Havan is really just kind of able to waltz in.
That's actually a good call.
They're more than happy to take that space. A quick trailblazer to figure out what's
Get in
on
their
switch.
face.
And
God,
push
they're really
through.
getting in there.
Use of utility. You were talking about this, Doug. How they
have
flow
sight and
forward
they don't
with
even
their
bother.
utility. Ethan gets that trade. Let's see how Vaughn responds.
Austin has got to go big here. Austin is already good for one. Ethan gets one as well as the spike goes down at the hands of Crane. Can 100 Thieves finally retake this site? Heavy numbers advantage their way. But Crane, good
Oh,
for
he
one. The
broke it
Seekers come
too.
out as
Oh,
well.
the suck. Oh my
Suck was
gosh.
huge. They're all there too.
Dude, with the stun now?
There's a decent amount of util, but look at Ethan. Ethan's only got 46 health.
This is real bad.
Trailblazer tags.
Oh, never mind.
Got to smoke. He's still in this.
Reed's doable, but no. Steel gets 2 to wrap up the round. 100 Thieves are on the board.
That kill through the
See
smoke
same thing,
sucked.
100
They
Thieves
could have
as
won
they
that.
come in, They're
That's a
loving this
filter.
death ball. Like you're saying, playing off site a little bit, then relying on each other's utility to displace and damage all of the
On the
members of
board.
Havan Liberty
Brazilians
as they
gotta
re-enter the
save.
site. It's not the greatest in the world to know you're going against 5, but your ability.
Oh my God. What an accident.
Plus the bonus
Okay.
round. So
Cringe, really.
Yeah, that's just lucky. They should have lost. Well,
Fight back though.
No, I mean they should have. It should have been closer
Closer
than
than
that.
that, yeah.
We're already seeing out of Havan Liberty, right? Like the previous time we saw a stack like a mid be split. This time they're actually defaulting a bit more. They're going to feel things out on opposite sides.
That's pretty
of the map.
frustrating.
To
They
see
watched
what
a
they
VOD
find,
on
this
that.
is
The
already a
Brazilians would
change
be
of
like, "Wow,
pace.
really?" All right.
it's always tilting when you watch it back and you realize, like, wow, that was our round.
Yeah, I just couldn't do anything about that.
Whether they can move forward, what kind of ground
RNG,
can they take,
man.
own for 30 seconds, and then see how 100 Thieves will react. It's all patience here for Havan Liberty until they execute. Then it's a
I
firestorm.
just noticed there's no
They've already
killjoys
taken
on
so much
Ascent.
space mid, and Nitro certainly worse for wear.
Interesting.
Down to only 5.
By the way, did you know in the new update, Breach's Aftershock can kill
Mid is not safe, right?
AJ
They
ult?
gave that up.
Pretty
Yeah,
dope.
they dropped the door,
About
but
time.
and that's why you see look
Yeah.
at Steel. He's having to rotate back to make sure that they have not fully lost
He
control
might actually be used
of their
now.
own spawn.
Yeah.
All right, so breather able to be had by
big.
team. Steals a big
Hey,
opener
Guardian,
with
who
a
bought that?
Vandal onto Meeson. And that's going to be the first blood of
Xion.
this 4th round. Where they decide to move, that was actually Seekers coming up on that. So I have
Oh
to see
God,
how
they
they
are
can use
crazy
that
close.
next round. But the round present right now, can they tie
Still
it
won
up?
that? Oh, he won
100%?
both.
He won
Okay.
both.
Going big. He's already gotten 3, and this is
Steel's
the site
feeling it.
difference
He's in
for
his
the
element
Thieves
right
as
now.
well. We talked about how they like to play off-site. This time they're stacked on there.
He
and
was in
between
his
Steel
element.
and Ethan, they've been able to lock down A themselves.
He's low.
Slowly switching things up.
30 seconds
I think that's kind of what Steel does best, right? That
Timmy here. Hi,
adaptability
Timmy.
within the rounds as he starts to read the opponents, how fast they're playing, how hard they're playing, and the consistency of a precedent they're setting with abilities. If the star is here, are they going somewhere else? Are they using it? Type of stuff goes very big.
I don't think
in
I'm gonna
each
show
round,
up
and you get
tomorrow.
more and more info.
Won't
Just a
say
few more
that.
seconds left on this one for
10
Pletz here.
seconds left.
4v1
isn't worth it.
as he's looking to just hold so he doesn't get
All
taken
games
down
are
on this.
tomorrow.
Has that Phantom. May try to go for
Don't
the
care,
now.
don't care,
He's not
and
even
then
gonna give
envy
up
at
the
12.
sound. He feels like he's
Show
got
up
people
at,
bearing
like,
down
11.
on him.
I might just watch the envy
2
game.
as we head into round 4. 100 Thieves games.
Like imagine sleeping.
Yeah,
That
I'm
just
really
sounds
interested to take a look at
so
economy
much
right
better.
here because for the,
Sleep
on the
is
side of
needed.
Havan Liberty, you have a couple of key ultimates that are online and available.
Sorry, I'm encouraging
and we
bad
haven't
behavior.
really seen how they stack that well together. How did they play off of that? That was pretty filthy by Steel.
What was that, guys? You gotta get paid?
You don't get that at home. The magic of land.
I know
display.
Vision Strikers tomorrow. I know.
Well, that's true.
I was kidding.
That's a-
Is
no,
it
that's a
worth
good point.
it?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But for Havan Liberty, you know, we
It's
were
all
talking
worth
about
it.
it just a moment ago. They
No.
don't have
Sure.
really much as far as economy goes to bring in, so you presume that Seekers, the Hunter's Fury,
Look
are
at
going to be
Dome.
online into the next round. And meanwhile, on the side of 100 Thieves, you aren't much closer either, right? Like, you've got Nitro,
Right.
who's kind of
Matrix.
sniffing at his ult, Asuna as well, but nothing really.
Is the Matrix trailer
Look at the
good?
priority that Havan
Yeah.
flipped now with this
Really?
Phantom. They throw it over to Crane.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't
Ultimate
like
there,
it,
Seekers
but
is
I
out,
think
so
the
they can
movie's
double
gonna be
find
so
something if
meta
they
that
get
it
a
blows
good
people's
idea where that
mind.
is, but they want Crane
So
finishing
meta?
that kill
Yeah.
right now if he's possibly
Like,
the last one up
meta?
or using that ability. Tech timeout real
High
quick as we have
tier,
that
5
2-2.
head.
You can see how the rounds have played out, but
Like,
it does seem like
Inception.
we have a great game on our hands. I'm
Maybe.
excited
Maybe
now
on
that
that
we're going to
level.
get back into some eco rounds. I want to see how Havan goes from that because they were able to take pistol. Pistol's very important if you can't or if you continue to swing the game. But now that it's even, can they come back?
Yeah, I think one of the fun things for Havan Liberty is we kind of think
Pause.
about this team and their story and how they've gotten to this point. You could tell even in the
Thomas, can you tell me what happened?
Theory started, like, it means so much. Right, like there's nationality, pride. There's, you know, we joked around about friendship being one of the win conditions, but there really is, like, they want it, right? Like they want it really bad.
And these orgs have been around. August 2020 was when Havan Liberty came in, and you can kind of almost say the same thing for 100 Thieves within that September-October month as they created a team. So a lot of experience, the power of friendship, as we heard from all of these coming through, and looking at how Havan did throughout their stage 3, undefeated all the way to the finals. So having the troubles throughout this, throughout the year, throughout each VCT, and then finding all of that ground in the last stage 3, only to get beat by Vivo. But you mean you're gonna get beat by the person that wins the entire thing, right? You're still here with them,
right? Absolutely.
But what a journey for Havan Liberty to be able to do that. Slight changes in the roster. It's kind of like a 100 Thieves story, you know?
Well, and to your point, right? It really is, because you think about
how long's the break in between matches?
Right?
Yeah,
absolutely. So promising at the inception, like at first strike, they were the real deal. They looked so good, and then they went through a couple of roster changes, and for a lot of people, it looked like, whoa, what happened? Like, where did these guys go? What's going on? And while it did almost seem like a matter of not if, but when,
like 5 minutes, then it'll be like.
I've got to say, it took a little bit longer, at least longer than I expected.
Right. It is, because everything's changing as well, right?
Right.
And you have a team like Sentinels that you're still learning from, and everybody can across the world. And then you're like, well, the game changed again. How do we change with the game? And 100 Thieves says KO's our way. And we actually saw them again playing against Sentinels while it be a seeding match. They went back with the KO again after they actually lost pretty hard on that split match, or whatever split I believe it was. And just like it's not the agent. It's just the way we played at that time, and they've shown that time and time again that they can correct their play, adapt very fast, and it's what makes 100 Thieves very strong with that experience.
Well, and I mean that was the question going into the series.
ESPN actually
will
tweeted
they
that.
bring in KO?
Yeah.
Like, are they
Will
going to
they?
adjust? Will they do it on every map? Is there a little bit of
And
spice in
tag him.
there? And I think we've seen
Pretty
that,
cool.
yes, this is not just like it got us through Challengers 3 as a cheese pick. Like they are fully committed to playing around this agent. And
well, doesn't he do sponsored football?
They're going to continue
I think
to double
so.
down on it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Makes a little more
And again,
sense,
about Havan
Cool.
Liberty learning where they came from after first strike.
Everyone
100
on that
Thieves makes
page are
changes.
like,
So did they.
who?
Right.
Bringing
Am I
in the
cool?
Aussie, finding that duelist,
Who's this
finding
guy?
a little bit more ground for the structure they already had in Shion, Misen, and Pletz, and then getting in Crane. Loves to play the Sova. He can go back and forth if it's also a kind of approved for the situation to bring in a KO, so we can still see KO coming in from
It's
the
crazy
side of
how
Havan Liberty if they
Ninja
go
made Drake.
into that way.
Now, Riv, I'm gonna poke your brain here a little bit, right? As we turn our
What?
attention back towards the map, we
man.
think about the
I'm
sides
not
of each
really
team's
about
run.
it.
Havan Liberty is starting off.
It's
with
also
attack,
crazy how I
47%
made you.
on attack. That's not
True.
great.
Yeah.
Right? So what knowing that
You're
their
my
defensive
spawn.
half is better statistically.
Oh!
What's the magic number?
Oh.
The magic number of rounds, I'd say they at least have to go for the 6, because I feel
Alright,
like
I was in
100
it,
Thieves is going to
and
be
now
able to
I'm
work
out.
them slow enough
This
from the
tech
attack
pause
side to
threw
draw
me out of
on
the
any
loop.
necessary
Pulled me
rounds.
out.
Steel would be like, wait, we got to put a stopper on anything happening for
I wanna
this
get pulled back in.
hemorrhaging loss rounds,
Right.
and then they'll come in and win it.
Ugh.
I do think, though, looking at how 100 Thieves has a better defensive side, if that's where it comes into play, if Havan can take these rounds, that's where it's going to hurt 100 Thieves.
Back.
Popping back into the action, just a quick retake of where we were. Pistols the majority of the way for Havan Liberty. There was a slight change. They put the fan in the hands of Liazi, which makes sense.
Good call.
2 ult points away from having the Blade Storm online,
Wait.
while 100 Thieves have
That looks so awkward.
Yeah, he was. He got kind of.
His ult
And
is
they're-
gonna be
they're
landing
weird backwards
Oscar
on the
gets one as
fingers.
well, but nice kill
Oh.
from Xion on the
That's
side
alright.
of Havan
I mean,
Liberty.
You got to have that
Came out on
happen at
top,
this
I
point.
guess.
If you're at Steel at the press conference, he was saying
Oh,
he is
no,
locked
no,
in
no. Wait,
on
Ethan's
land.
it.
He wants
Oh.
to see his opponent squirm, so a great shot
Yep.
by Shion there as
Wait.
Ethan and Hiko make quick work of two.
I think he did, yeah.
A few more shots here.
Oh.
No, Crane
Yeah,
has
what
something to
the-
say
This
about
was not
that.
worth it at all.
2v1 and a slight possibility hanging by a thread here.
7 HP, and the
Jesus,
Sheriff, first
man.
shot's going to go a bit wide. Drone will likely spot him as well. Crane feeling the pressure really coming from all over the place.
They're giving
Thought he
him
was
a bit
gonna
of
knife
respect
out
too.
run
They're saying
B.
that's the
You ready
Strong
to
now.
go for?
See how careful he's playing it, using the utility he had at his disposal. The Hunter's Fury is there, but that would be a hell of a ballsy play if he were to bring that one out now. 40
Imagine he
seconds left
ulted
on the round.
Cat.
I love the patience. He's
Extra
not
guy
saying,
to
oh, I have to
1-on-1,
find
not
them.
worth.
He's waiting for them to get antsy and make a
But I mean,
move.
they've already
100
done the
Thieves, however,
damage
No
they
bomb.
want.
very stone cold on this one, are not going to give Crane that peak.
Got the gun.
27
but no
seconds left.
Hey, look at all the subs rolling in.
He's got the spikes still.
Yo.
Excellent.
Because of
Really
the
excellent
ads.
setup by 100
Let's
Thieves here. They're splitting
go.
themselves, right? Like,
Subscribe for no
thing is,
ads.
Crane is just so good right now. If you look at him playing, there's a good chance he
Oh, he's
dies, right?
right
Like 7
on
HP
He's
isn't
gotta
going
run.
to take him very far with 10
He
seconds
needs that
left.
extra time so this guy can't rush him.
All right, so
He's
he
gonna
is
get
gonna
dashed
go for it.
on
He's
Jen.
at least...
Oh, fake
fake
dash.
dash.
All right. So at best, he carries this
That
Phantom
was
in
pretty-
the next round. Oh, and maybe get a kill on the
Ooh,
way.
that was
Sure.
actually big.
Yeah,
I'm not even.
oh, no.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wow.
4 kills on a little
And it
non-buy.
was- as soon as he stops that
Pretty
spike plant, it's a
good.
damage round.
Right.
They're saying we're looking forward. This is just for the future, and then it plays not so much into their favor. They do get the gun out of Steel, but Steel's been racking up so many frags. He's got money in the
Oh, he
bank.
saw him, I
He's
think.
just on fire right now for 100 Thieves
Maybe.
here. And a 3-2 as
colorblind,
we head to
so
round 6.
Probably.
See how they up and as soon as hands.
He sees colors a
We do
little
just have
better.
the Spectre over there
than we
with
do.
full rifles on the side of Havan Liberty.
Now, and this is really the first round we've had that has the potential to be really explosive, right? We talked
They
about it
smell good.
previously. You've got the Hunter's Fury, you've got the Seekers, you've got the Rolling Thunder as we step into another technical timeout. Very quickly get things
Leo, you
situated. We'll
smell
draw back to
terrible.
action as soon as possible. But,
do?
right, like, as we think about this on a
don't feel
timeline,
like
this is where
I
the
know, it's
asterisk
just
is, right? Like, this is where we're going to learn a lot from both teams. How do they play off these ultimates? How do they chain them together? What does that look like?
Another
in fast
tech?
execute.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
I'm really interested to see how this round plays out. And then even we
Oh.
talk about KO, we talk about that pick. What
Love
can
you.
Steel do with his?
Aw.
I think we see
Stop
that
it,
more
Ron.
from the attack side when they get the
Stop.
source
Stop.
information, because they don't have that sentinel. So when you see 100 Thieves moving with this
Oh,
composition, it's
please,
slow.
please.
They always watch their back, and they're making
Love-
sure that they are grabbing a few. When we saw Steel bring out the KO,
So picture perfect in my head.
his assists went through the roof along with Nitro, and how much they were setting up Asuna and Nitro. Like, go back and look, or Ethan, sorry, not Nitro. Go back and look at those stats. I think at one point he was above 10 assists per game, and without having that many frags. So his sourcing of information, the knowledge Steel is giving his team, while still wanting to deliver more as the lurking
What's
brat
on the monitor?
is. It just works out so
Camera?
well for them. Waiting to
Yeah.
get this tech pause through as we look at Havan Liberty a bit on their side. Coming out strong. They don't seem that flustered. They were very happy to go in aggressive, test the strength of 100 Thieves, and figure out what really worked against them. Now it seems like that extension of the
camera's
round
on.
with this initiator squad is giving 100 Thieves too much time to work on what Havan Liberty is doing.
Yeah, that'll be certainly interesting. And you know, I think it was I want to say it was Bala who mentioned it on the desk, but you can't be intimidated, right?
No.
Like, and that's what we've seen out of Havan Liberty.
You're here
and-
too.
Right, and that's kind
Hell
of some of
yeah.
the magic I was talking about, right? Like, you have to have some magic, and that starts with not being disrespectful, right? Like, not having no regard
You have more
for
viewers
who's
in
on
the
the other
official
side.
Throwing
channel.
AKs through the,
I do?
the teleporter.
That's good.
But no,
Shout
like,
stream.
it's
You
got
gotta
to be
stream
a,
best stream
we
when
understand
we're all
that
just
that's
tired
what it is,
AF.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
Imagine
Right,
if we did
Can't
tomorrow
be
we weren't
intimidated by
tired
who's
AF.
on the other side, regardless
True.
of the
We're actually
25
But, like-
more and
1,000 years of
more.
experience.
I don't know
that
if
they
I
have
could
on
not
later,
be
you know,
tired at
whatever it
6
is.
a.m.
Yeah, I don't.
You
It's
just can't
impossible.
let that get in your head.
Even
And
if I
for
got full
Havan,
rest
that's
sleep, I still feel like I'd be a little groggy.
Oh, yeah.
I do think it gets a
Mental
little
group
easier though
buff.
the more you
Honestly,
like,
for Havan.
The habit.
Time
When you
out.
get in a little habit, you're
Yeah.
definitely right. But
like you go to
Come
sleep
out
a little
to win this
earlier,
one.
get more
And
sleep.
seeing how
yeah,
this first
going in
half
raw
might go
though,
6-6.
not the
That's
play.
gonna change
No
quite a
sleep
few
in raw,
minds here.
not the play.
very well
Yeah,
could be
like-
the case. And that's
Oh,
such
man.
a, I mean,
We
just
did
not
this to
just
ourselves
the
though.
the
No one to
region,
blame
right?
but us.
We
Absolutely.
still did it.
Has
Absolutely.
is
Yeah.
absolutely
I slept through,
insane.
like, a
Are
map
going
and
to
a
be kicking
half,
off round
but
6. Look
that's
at the
okay.
stack heavy on the side of B
Cares
from
about
Havan Liberty.
you two.
Oh, and for Asuna, you're right, Riv. They dropped the op. Now just dropping. Now
You
just having
kicked
go.
it.
Where are the butterfly knives, man?
Maybe
Pissing
they're,
me
maybe
off.
they're not on this build randomly.
They are.
How do you know?
Blazer,
Saw the recon
utility
guns.
used.
Maybe it's
Just seeing
oh,
if
that is true. You did see
Asuna
that.
can do a quick in
Maybe
and
it's
out
too
here, so he
distracting.
takes that position
He'll
gain.
play with it too
Now
much.
waiting to see if he can get the backside of one of the members of Havan Liberty. But again, like I said,
Ooh,
that
little
slow
flash
play
peek
from
mid.
Havan may be a detriment
Okay,
to
dude,
them.
that was
If
weak.
Steel can continue to grab information with this
flash
Leo,
for you, man.
They move up
You
and
know?
grab a little bit more space. Havan starts getting
Do you think on this build they give them all the skins?
You have a decent idea of where Steel is.
Because remember on the test build that we
Because
play on
Asuna is
for the
just
new
gonna have
map?
to give some of that space
It's not
back
all
up.
skins.
Havan
Well, it's
Liberty
everything but the new ones.
Trudging their way forward, they make their way.
So they wouldn't be able to get.
I was missing like
that was
dialogue and stuff.
exposed in the previous round. Once again, it's open. They've taken it. Steel just used his knife, got no info of what's happening outside of B. There's nobody home, so they can play off of that a little bit, but they understand that mid is not safe yet again.
Yeah, and recognize that smoke play they just did. The sky flash through the smoke. 3 of them barge out. Havan Liberty loves that. They love to be in your face. They didn't see anything, so they backed off. They're not worried.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 2 Sonic grilled cheeseburgers.
I'm on it.
Order up.
Sonic grilled cheeseburger ready for pickup.
So, if you have a flat tyre, dead battery, need a tow or lock your keys in the car, Geico's emergency roadside assistance is there 24/7.
Someone help me! I have a flat tire!
Well, it's good for me. What do you think?
Geico.
Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, me, me. Me, me, me. Me, me, me. Me.
Worried about taking too much.
Hunter's Fury.
Oh my god.
That
was not a good
looking to get
fight.
onto the site as 100 Thieves slowly trying to make their way back in. Ascenent playing up top. Havan Liberty have gotten in there. The res is going to come through for Seal, so he's back online. 13 seconds left. Should be able to get the spike down.
Love it.
100 Thieves again find themselves in a retake situation.
I'm not sure why he popped his ult there. I think he was trying to stop the cat
The rest of the team,
aggression.
quite a few flashes to give back here to the side. 100 Thieves. Steel's the squad is healthy as they look
Good
to make
spread.
their way in.
War waging in tree.
Oh, they don't know about this lurk. Dude, this lurk's always the bane.
Blow this up if he gets the timing right, but it might be Leon.
It
He
is.
gets one. Crane gets one as
Oh
well. Leon,
my
he gets
god.
the second, but
Trades,
Hiko,
man.
my goodness, Hiko, he gets the last kill.
So
and he
many
gets the
trades.
defuse to take a 2-round
People are
lead.
saying
Back
stiff dragon.
and
Don't you use the
forth.
dragon
And
without
that's exactly
upgrades?
what 100 Thieves needs to do when
no.
they encroach
You
on a
have the-
position, when they squeeze
I used
it.
to
There's no
use it,
sentinels
yeah.
to
You
cover the
used
other
to
side
use
of the map,
it.
no
What
trip
made you
wires.
change?
So they're the one. They always have to
use it.
go around
You.
and find that space themselves.
They
with
love
whatever
the
sort of
dragon.
util they had coming around the side. Crane making
Like the way
great moves there.
Wiggles?
100 Thieves just on
It's a
the
wiggly
other
boy.
end of each of the firefights. 4-2 as we have our first kind of gap in rounds here. We'll see if Havan Liberty can close this up quick.
And I know it's early in the half, but this is a pivotal moment in the half because this
Think
is
an
where you
instant
really
ult
build off
omen
of separation, right? Like
spawn?
we're getting
Bad.
at the point where snowballing becomes a factor, and all of a
Just
sudden
send it.
that's already a
Like,
4-round lead.
Breach?
4 rounds
Or
in a row,
Omen. Just
presumably
instantly
5,
ult.
given the gun
In the
difference and
spawn.
us
In the
doing
spawn,
things
their
like that.
spawn.
Like,
Well, you
this
gotta
is a
have
very
like some
dangerous
confusion, otherwise they'll just be
spot
like,
in the
okay, let's
timeline
just
for
check her
Havan.
back real quick. I
And
feel like
a
it's
big
not a good
purchase,
play.
2 Spectres, full util
But maybe I'm
coming
wrong.
out, Stinger.
Because like if you do it right at the
Ozzy,
start, nothing's really on, they're just like, alright,
still
well
looking
let's
for
just
another
clear
shot
everything
there.
real quick.
Yeah, but when they're clearing stuff, that's when the extremities push.
Yeah, but you don't have everyone clear it. You know, you like 1-in-1 extremities, and then you like clear the mid and back.
This happen in a
Just
split
got owned.
Yeah, I didn't even see. I literally looked at you, and then the round was over.
Yeah, oh, they just ran through smoke.
It's been a lot of
Kinda
rinse and repeat,
silly.
right? Like as much
It's a
as we
little bit of
talked
a
about
toss.
how we like that they feel things out and then they make a move.
They've
we
done that
find
quite
ourselves
a
on the
few
same site
times,
for
I've
the 7th
noticed.
round in a row, if I'm not
True
mistaken,
that.
right? Like it might look a little
plant right
different
there,
at
you're
the
gonna
beginning,
die.
but they clearly favor A.
It is tough here, and this
Yeah, they've
starts
been.
to kind of get into the
That's like the
mentality
third time
of
they've
both
done
teams.
that, actually.
Havan Liberty can use this in a way to say, all right, we've done that.
Well,
We
A
could try
explode.
B, but now this starts to get into Steel's head. He's like, maybe they don't feel confident at B. It becomes a little bit easier for Steel to read, and that's why you're seeing these rounds start to go over. Oh my word! And that,
Yeah,
you
it's
can't count that
tactical,
out.
though.
But
But it always starts as
They
attackable.
now, I think, need
And then it
to
turns
start
into
taking
attackable.
1 or
Freaking
2 out,
computer
or
moves.
expend way more utility before these hits
Right.
because they're just getting smothered when they hit the site.
Yeah, and I mean, you take a look at economy, you talk about checking out at least 1 or 2 as we're in the middle of attack timeout. 5,400 credits, 4,548. I mean, fellas on the side, 100 Thieves, they're rolling in it.
Little bankroll. And it is going to be that purchase. You're up to 2,900 a round here for the side of Havan Liberty. So if you do the math, they lose this round. You do have some with 3,600 like Pletz, but you have 3,100 on Crane. You're not going to be having a great buy there. Maybe if you have kept utility from the last round, but util guns and everything, that's why these rounds start to keep swaying towards 100 Thieves. And they know they have that grip on Havan right now. And it's important for Havan to break that. I think, again, they need to take a few out, draw a bit more of the utility, because once they get into sight, it's Asuna hitting a shot, right? Steel just hitting shots. Doesn't seem like the utility is working perfectly, and they have to figure out why.
Yeah, and you know, I mentioned previously, like, we're in a pivotal moment in the round because all of a sudden we're talking about like a 9-3 half, maybe a 10-2 half, right? Like with how good things have looked for 100 Thieves, how economy looks right now. It's certainly a possibility. So for Havan Liberty, again, the pressure is on them. They have to be able to change the tide of the map so far.
So another slow whir round. You already see Spike drop by Havan back towards that B tiles area.
Oh, I love that.
Slow picks back and forth. You can see
he wanted it too. He was so ready.
Asuna was
got
like,
nothing.
somebody might have actually creeped into bench there. Quick 0 point. They know it. They're safe. They get back to position.
Mason using a little bit of util again to try to work the middle of the map. No info gathered. However, this is a slight difference, but I like this, right? Like 100 Thieves, even
100 Thieves has so much map control.
Taking away space on A, right? When the
he has all of B main, and he took all of A main. So they know they're just gonna be mid.
And again, now
can't really do anything though.
Slowly moving up, trying to pressure on 100
not
Thieves.
in
It's
A
almost
main,
like
just clear the
exactly what we
drone.
saw. That one member, I think it was Crane at the end of a round. If not, I apologize.
Dude, if they walked through that smoke,
they're really trying to work
epic.
Thieves.
Whoa, hold on.
Oh, that may just be for
Good.
info. Surely, okay. He
That's
does not
info.
take it. He pulls back. As you see on your minimap, they've actually gotten great positioning around the members of 100 Thieves. They have mid control, but they're going to have to get by Asuna. And yeah, he is going to be able to drop, but he got one on the way out.
Not the most
but that should
ideal,
open the
but
door for Havan Liberty. Nitro playing backside, playing by
something
himself.
big
He
from
has a little bit of
Nitro.
info from the Sova.
But Hiko, hello?
She's not even going to get a chance, right? It's just
Okay,
on
he
the
spammed
left.
one.
He drops. It looked
That guy
dicey
lane,
for
he
just
spammed
a
him.
moment, but 100 Thieves respond beautifully.
Gamer.
Reluctance.
Start maybe?
There was the jet dash. The breach came out. They dropped Asuna, and then they started holding shift on the way into the site, and it was kind of a let's go. That's only Nitro back there, and Hiko was a big
Spencer
proponent of
Hiko Martin.
making that happen. The way they've been rotating, the position they're set
Dude,
up in,
freaking
100 Thieves
fired
was
up.
instantly ready for that situation if they did lose a member. And 1, 2, 3, the dominoes fell 6-2 now in favor of 100 Thieves in a variety of rounds. The spike is still getting planted. Havan's making it to the site. A lot of these late rounds now are coming up to just frag rounds.
What?
Havan Liberty
Oh
again.
God! Oh!
At a gone deficit, but Nitro, my goodness.
Bro!
However, from Hiko.
Oh no!
I haven't seen that in a while.
Heck W.
Friendly fire. Steel feeling a bit of pressure again. Remember for Havan Liberty,
I think it's not gonna matter.
As far as
Oh
goes,
no!
That seems to be exactly what they need at this moment, as they find themselves at a slight advantage, but an advantage nonetheless. They have managed to get onto the site. You're gonna have 3 members of 100 Thieves that will fight back for the retake.
That's officially the Hiko ult.
Asuna does have an operator in hand.
I'm like, he's gonna take this solo stairs
Oh,
operator
that's
into
not
sight.
good.
How ballsy! But he's waiting for the
That
team.
stinger,
Looks like
man.
he's got the pistol out
It's
for
gonna be hard
now.
to retake
This
with
is
a
gonna be
stinger.
distraction. Maybe dash out, cloud burst, and let
I
the
know, you
team
gotta go.
on that highway side get right in. Oh my God, this is so tense right now. Good Havan, pull back
Where do you
another
find
round.
that? Through smoke?
Maybe he didn't have a stinger. It looked like a stinger. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I'm just stupid.
Oh my word. Here we go.
Continuing to tick away.
Still got quite a bit of time.
Doing, yep. Decent amount
Oh,
of
that
heal
was
left as well.
very
Asuna
well
and
timed.
Asuna gets
Wow.
dropped.
Oh,
Looking
Ethan!
for the last one in the
Yes,
back of the
sir.
side.
Oh my God.
Telling you, dude, veterans.
100 Thieves
Money.
at 7.
Veterans, you cannot beat them.
Transfers I've ever
Money
seen through a box.
in the
Knew it
bank.
was gonna
Ethan's
be
literally
big
won a
damage
major.
because of the
Shoddy,
headshot
what
dink
you
call from
drank.
Asuna, the instant
not
comms,
true.
the instant kills.
just a lie.
Ladies
Close,
and
though.
gentlemen, Ethan
Maybe.
with the 3K.
He qualied.
Great map from
What?
them so
3
far.
times, maybe
12 and
4.
5, and
I don't
it
know what you're
really
saying.
for 100 Thieves again, like
I gotta go.
You wanna get closer to me?
Yeah, I'm tired of sitting
themselves in a
up.
Great spot, and you're
I'll
doing
get close
things
to you
that,
too.
like, Nitro's
Oh,
doing
there
things
we
that are
go.
going their way.
Clean,
right? Like
clean.
things that don't always go their way,
Clean.
that can kind of be 50-50s up and down.
Sorry, the 4.
Gosh, that was gross.
4K. Oh my word. Just a hat trick at the end, but you can see him.
Even he knows. He's like, oh.
You're in
damn.
Berlin? Yeah, we're at the Twitch lounge.
My mind is
Yeah,
blown,
Berlin.
he says.
Berlin, Germany.
Amazing stuff. That was Misa.
Venue's sick.
You just saw. Here we are into the
Oh,
10th
Venue's
round.
sick. They said
Let's
Vinny
see
is sick.
This
I was
The
like,
venue's
shit.
sick.
That was a spicy round.
Ooh.
My word.
He dinked him.
Control Havan always
The
get
bird.
him mid is so perfect.
Yeah, but it hasn't abounded in anything. I think that's the problem, right? And 100 Thieves have no incentive
What?
to change that. Right? Like, sure,
I can't do it.
Mid if we know that we can lose that
How can you be on a couch and not lay
It
down?
does seem like they're okay with the
Nobody sits on a
within
couch.
the site. The spike is down. It almost seems like 100 Thieves,
No.
they don't love that position, but they
No,
are
we don't.
thriving in that play currently. More
Poor guy.
Hunter's Furies towards Cat there. Meeson goes down.
They
against
know.
Nitro as they trade one back.
Oh, Steel's about to have a lot of split. No,
No,
right, but he
Steely.
narrowly misses a shot. He had two members. Just
Oh,
on
this
the other side.
timing.
Who's gonna have a chance at doing
Unreal.
the same? The timing is right here,
Ooh,
though.
so close,
Not
so
able to
close,
get
so
the
close.
save. One
It's a hard
steal grabs as
reset.
well.
Man, it's hard.
That's the round that Havan
You gotta
Liberty
literally
get
like
back.
2-tap both of them or you're dead.
The moment you miss, Havan will take it back. And Crane coming up with some beautiful shots there. He's had a hell of a game for himself. As we
Missing
said
on the
before,
other team
loves
is
the solo play.
missing.
If the moment's right, you might see
2
him
and
break
10.
KO, but
Keck
he is the
W.
initiator there for Havan Liberty. And like you said, on top for the team right now. A great time to pick up some rounds right towards the end. You're still working through the bankroll of 100 Thieves, so the earlier, the better.
7-3 here in the first half, and this time it's a heavy stack towards A, right? Like we've seen a couple of different variations of this, maybe a little bit of work mid. But the thing is, Nitro's here by himself, and as we saw at the beginning of the half, 100 Thieves, they're very okay with giving up A and just playing retake. It looks like it's exactly what they're going to do.
Quick Trailblazer down.
Oh,
Let the thunder roll. Looks like they want A, and there's a good push
All
by
this control.
Liazzi. Does he get any kills?
Ooh, I like
Boy,
this.
This is a tough spot now.
Boom.
Listen, that's the
I liked it
space
for a
that 100
second.
Thieves have shown they're not okay with
Oh.
giving up, and they will fight for that too.
If you have been sexually assaulted, the sooner you seek care, the better. Emergency sexual assault medical care and evidence collection is available in New York State at no cost to you. A trained advocate can be with you every step of the way to help explain your options. If you have been sexually assaulted, you are not alone. Help is available at no cost to you. Visit safe.suny.edu to learn more.
For me, creativity starts with what ifs. Like, what if it takes place in a white void? Or maybe beige? No, black. What if it's in suburbia? That's not right. What if it happens in the rain? Yeah, this is it. Now, create what's true to you.
Thieves is feeling it.
Oh.
Steel's going to use his
You
all
are
his secrets have been
powerless,
used as
Mr.
well,
Destructoid.
hunting down the remaining members of Havan Liberty. Just 3 left. The spike did go
Fucking
down.
emotes, man. I hate
Steel
myself.
just delayed by the gravity while not able to get through.
4v3. They've attacked in a death ball with maybe one
you'll
flank
see
if
them.
the timing was right.
got him.
Mason
What?
takes one down, but it's a double trade for that one.
Platts alone in a 1v3. His position been given away. Cleaned up at the hands of Hiko. Ethan's going to get the defuse, and we talked about it, Rib. We were at the cusp of, like, we were talking about a 9-3, maybe a 10-2. So far, we're holding serve here.
And we're getting our triple initiator comps. They're rolling through it for us. It's interesting to see both teams run that, as it is something Havan Liberty loves. But with the KO introduced here, Sky and the Sova as well.
9-3.
For Thieves, we're seeing a bit of the same. We'll rewatch this
9-3.
again. Like you said, the spaces they are willing to give up and aren't willing to give up are very
Clean.
apparent.
Steel
Mid's fine.
clean.
We'll replay out even if it goes into
Not
B.
so
Tree,
clean, but it works.
Not so much. We're gonna keep that to ourselves. And now we have our final round of the first half.
Guardian coming out for Crane here.
Let's
It's
go.
not a little
And
spicy. Liazzi
Liazzi
has one as well. Yeah.
Was number 1 tappies on board?
Yeah, let's see what kind of little something they're able to pull off with that. Plays
Jesus
from coming out
Christ.
online for Asuna along with the op.
You sat back up a little bit.
This is another quiet, very quiet start to the round.
4 rounds is a great number to have. Not the best, but it gives you a little padding, even if
I
pistols
see who
lost.
wins this round. I
Still
blow my
way out
nose.
the first gun round, but it gets
You
a
known?
little tighter.
Yeah, I
there.
got a lot
The
of
3 rounds
things
Havan
in
have
there.
already grabbed after
I need to come
losing their
out.
footing have been
True.
fantastic in the way they've done it. It's just 100 Thieves seem to have their number on most of the executions.
Ooh,
Come in,
patience.
Asuna again. On to Pletz, that's
That
the
was a
shot
very
caller
weird
there.
play from that
So we
guy.
still have the voice, but not the aim.
And that was him recalling
Yeah.
the
He
star.
recalled the
right? Like,
smoke,
had that been a smoke,
or the
Asuna
stars,
would've never
but he
had that
went out
sideline. They get
tiles.
mid-control again, not that it seems
Strange.
to have mattered at any point in the half, but they would have gotten mid-control again. But because he recalled the star, instead of keeping it as a smoke, Asuna was able to land that shot.
Leo.
And
I
the
like that
little
you're
bit of
here, but I'm
space
gonna
that 100
leave.
Thieves seem comfortable giving away, they can't even get that.
Fault line in 5
I don't
seconds.
want to blow my
Looks
nose in
like something
front of
they
the
could be waiting
camera.
for.
It's
That's
gonna
gonna go
be.
up towards tree, but they're peeking before
Oh, it's gonna be
the
bad.
goes
There's
out.
gonna be things flying left, right,
Asuna taking
center.
full advantage of that. Shion now drops Asuna, and now we have a 4v3 coming into the site. And a big rotation. It's
Damn,
just
they're clean right now.
the Aussie here. And
Well, he knows he lost.
it was supposed to be a
Oh,
fight,
no, I
but it
think
seems like A went too
tech.
quick. A little discombobulated
Yep.
here towards
Tech.
the end of the first half for Havan Liberty, as it looks like it's going to be that 9-3 first half.
Definitely a technical pause.
No.
Way out.
I
in
Doing a little
space.
think so.
No.
Get cleaned up at the hands of Ethan, but a 9-3
Why would he
half
do
for
that?
100 Thieves. And
Why would he not just?
He knew he was dead.
Why not even try though?
There was a magic number, right? And the thing is, because as you take a look at the
Like-
series, Havan Liberty
like
have
tilt
to
to
get
me.
to map 3, right? That's their win condition. If they can get there, if they can get to Haven, you have a chance at something. But
It's one of their best maps.
yeah, but with the half like this, like we're forget about getting to map 3. Like let's get through the half.
Absolutely. It's going to be tough. They have to shake that off. I think they found some parts that worked for them against 100 Thieves, but the adaptability and the experience of 100 Thieves says we'll pull back, take that space, and then we'll take you out. Because I think 100 Thieves found that the hold of Havan Liberty is still a bit messy. They don't get themselves into the greatest
Alright,
spots.
take a little
And
break.
when that timer gets down to
Close
the
the
last few
eyes.
seconds, 100 Thieves feel super confident taking it, and you can see the chaos for Havan.
You can indeed. Hopefully for Havan Liberty, they're able to have better success on the defensive half. Our resident expert, Sean Garris, is standing by to break down the first half and what he saw. Sean, take it away.
We're both sitting with our eyes closed.
Hey, Doug.
Oh yeah, just you gotta rest
And here
him.
we go, guys. This is some chaos. I named
In
this clip
between
chaos
maps,
because
gotta rest
it's
him.
wild. This is the bonus round. Havan Liberty's up 2-0, and this is a
checking
must-win
and
early round for 100
themselves.
Thieves, and it is way, way harder than you would think. So to kick it off, I'm going to show you guys. Nitro is over here in B main, and he's going to put a one-way smoke on that corner. Okay. In addition to that, we're going to have Steel and Asuna getting mid control, right? So together, they are actually working here, and you can see Steel's job is to hold towards Link, and Asuna is aggressively peeking towards top mid. Together with Hiko, actually, they are in a full mid control setup, right? Now, the
Let's take
most
advantage of.
important thing about this is actually Ethan's response. So Ethan is
There's a
the
lot
player
in that
over
fridge.
here at A main. 100 Thieves is aware this is an eco round, so they know it, or a bonus round, so they know that Havan Liberty is on this weird Spectre buy, and that a fast-paced hit
Right
can come
there.
in. Ethan
That's right.
early flashes into A main,
Look, Brendan.
and he gets the info with the Sky that there are people there. In
Brendan.
addition to that, he hears the enemy Sky throw a guiding light as well in A main.
You already
So
know
now
the
we
answer.
can start rolling the clip, and let's
Yes.
watch how Ethan responds to this. So he immediately is
You
running
made me have it
away
last time,
as fast
so.
as possible to grass. The second guiding light
Absolutely, I
comes in.
love Cherry.
There's a fault line. Let's pause it real quick right here.
No.
So you can see right there, the fault line comes
Chaos,
into generator. The jet dashes top gen, and if you look on the mini-map over here, she is clearing back sight while the Sky is waiting by the door. So the Sky is waiting by the door, and you can almost see the communication
slide.
between the Sky and the breach right there that I pointed the arrow to. And you'll watch how she looks over at the breach, basically telling him to get over in this direction because we're
Asmer.
about to make a push towards catwalk. 100 Thieves then regroups
don't
on
forget
cat.
your
So let's
shots.
start playing the clip again.
Don't forget your
He
shots,
shoots the
your
recon
Activia shots,
through that smoke,
probiotics.
and that gives all of the info of where Havan Liberty is. So you can see Steel, Asuna,
Yep.
Hiko, all coming catwalk. Nitro rotating spawn to help out Ethan. No one going in A Heaven. This is a very unique setup at the A site by 100 Thieves. I loved everything
They're
I
so
saw.
mad.
And you can
Yep.
see now this is just
Justin
kind
shook
of
the
dotting the
yogurt
I's,
and the
crossing the
microphone.
T's. And
I wonder
the
what
secret
it sounds
out from
like.
Ethan as well.
I'll
So
have to watch the
Ethan's
VOD at some
entire
point.
kit is used this round in a very, very effective way.
Halftime.
And this round could have
100
gone
Thieves first
either
map.
way. Again, there's his Tiger coming through, an immediate guiding light right there. Doesn't blind this player, but it gives the info of exactly where he must be, because if he doesn't get blind, he's hiding behind Jen in that scenario. The defuse comes in, and this is where 100 Thieves makes their rally.
Is he doing like casting
So,
stuff too, or is he just doing
This
like
is what
the
I want to see
cam
more
stuff?
of as a 100
Replays?
Thieves fan. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw it back to Rug.
I think they have him
Or
bouncing
maybe as I
around,
like to call
but
him Rug.
This is his second analytical thing.
It's more than that. He did this like 3 or 4 times.
I'm pretty sure that's the first, but
Is he casted?
With that said, if you can rock a leather jacket like
You're just doing that right now?
you can.
Maybe he's not. They might have hired him from not
So,
casting.
but as Sean was saying, excellent
Just
first half
analytical
from
work.
100 Thieves. They're clicking on all cylinders, and even some of like the weird looks that
I
Havan
told
threw
you.
at them while they took
There's
aim
no
and
way
then
he would
fought
just
into
throw
tree
like
from
that.
sight, like,
I hope not, at least.
Some of the things we saw
That means the
happening
match is
were
over.
immaculate from 100 Thieves once they got their footing. We saw Havan Liberty able to absolutely wipe that immaculation right off the table, if wording. But yeah, honestly though, the way that Havan Liberty won their rounds was straight up the gut. They hit their shots, and 100 Thieves was left wondering in those rounds. And like, they obviously knew they could fix it and adapt, but we need to see Havan Liberty with that confidence coming into their rounds, because the slow style of play is not going to work to 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves just punishes it.
Well, and even like their aggressive hits, right, where they want to like dial something up and try to catch him slipping, like if even in those
These guys are
moments,
feeding me stuff. How many do I take? 2?
holding that, and they find giving up some of that space because they can counterpunch, and they've shown that they're comfortable doing it consistently. So if you're 100 Thieves, like, yeah, we'll give up the space. Yeah, we'll let you take that aggressive. Now, what I'm curious is, on the defensive half, what will that look like? Will they dial up that same aggression? Will they play with that same pace?
Well, that defensive half was the stronger side for 100 Thieves. So the rounds that we did see Havan Liberty get, hopefully were the ones that are going to matter, because
No,
now
we're not
they
sick, we
get
just,
on the
like,
other side,
didn't
they can defend.
sleep.
100 Thieves does have a lower percentage on their attack rate,
For
but
some
there's
reason.
still a better win percentage
Oh
on
yeah.
this map of
That's probably
ASCENT
bags under my eyes.
over
Jeez.
Havan Liberty. So we will have to see. Both teams have quite a
I was
few
trying to
plays
set
coming
this
into
Oh.
ASCENT. My stats go
Almost
in
threw you off
from, I
balance,
believe,
my bad.
4-1.
I think I
Then
was
you
working
see
on this
13
from
plays
like
since
10
then
to like 2.
from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, we had some
11
technical
competitive
issues.
plays on ASCENT
The computer
by,
updated,
Havan
it
Liberty.
broke
And it's
everything.
a 10-3 and
It was
6-5
bad.
respectively. So 10-3 to 6-5 record, and you can see
Jesus
that sort of come to
Christ.
fruition
What?
here, where 100 Thieves comfortability.
That had stuffs in it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have done that if there's stuff in it.
What needs to change from Havan Liberty? What do they need to do different?
They can work. You can work.
Welcome to the casting
count
couch.
from the other side so much better. We saw
We're here watching a tech pause after tech pause
100 Thieves for Havan
after
Liberty.
tech
Just let
pause
them come to
on the
you,
first map.
Take the hard angles, take those shots. Because a lot of what we said 100 Thieves is going to
How many
do
more tech
is
pauses
use
will we
steal,
see today?
use that KO to
4
get
more.
all of the information and push
Done just
forward.
this
So
map?
if you're just
No.
a little reluctant about
Just
showing
this
yourself
map?
and hold your angle, yeah, you might get
Wait, you
suppressed
asked
for a
that.
second.
On just this
but
map?
that may not be enough to tell them what they need to do. As long as you're not flustered by Steel's
Man,
utility
look at all that
and the rest of the team, I think
space.
you're good for 100 Thieves.
I should
They make
yep,
the scene so important. Right. They show
I
you
should
a look at one
use
site.
the laptop
they pull
to game
back,
while
they
we watch the
understand your
games,
movements,
while we
they
stream the
treat you
games.
and then it becomes a
I
lot
said that,
tougher to
I got
even
it on
put
it.
a defense forward that will stop 100 Thieves has coming.
Right, and that's really where we see some of that experience.
I gotta use the
Going
little
there, yeah.
boys'
Where
room.
Some of that comes to head for 100 Thieves. That's where you
Or you
really
could like
kinda
go
see
in there
the
in
vessels
game
of
and have your
shine. You mentioned
cam,
Steel,
and then
is really
Mhm.
5-head galaxy brain reading.
And if it doesn't work, Doug, what do? They put an op on Asuka.
Right.
They hold an even harder angle from farther away.
Okay.
Utility is almost useless if you can't get around the corner fast enough, or you're not sky flashing
Look at
all the
this.
time. But Asuka's also going to be moving.
Right.
And he's not the only deadly force on that squad. So Havan Liberty definitely have their work cut out for them. We do see a lot of
You
their
on Reddit?
players having the
Yeah.
ability to come up, be a
Reddit
clutch.
owns. Look at the inside.
Pletz is one of those players. He's a lot of the
I wanna make
time
this
can be
shit.
the last one alive and make plays
wanna make the
happen.
greenhouse.
Very Hiko-esque
I wanna-
play style.
I wanna help you.
Shion, he is
Really?
a great
I wanna
leader,
play
and he's a
Conan
big part of
forever.
the team and the reason
Okay.
why
I don't
he's
ever
so
want to
well.
quit
His
Conan
stage strength
Exiles.
behind him.
Okay.
He has a lot of life.
Hashtag
He
ad.
has somebody to
Not
also watch
though.
for.
Just
I mean,
kidding.
all of them can frack.
Yeah.
Ozzy is
But like I
a
was, but that was
reason.
like a while ago.
So it's
Yeah.
just about getting those nerves shaken off here.
Yeah, I think one player on the side of Havan Liberty that I want to see more of, and I think he had an excellent
Man, you
first
guys look
half,
so
and
comfy. This is
there's room
nice.
for him to unlock that even more, especially in the
This
attacking
was
half, is Crane. Right, like his Sova was great.
Yeah.
He opened up really well with the Hunter series. I popped off individually with, I think he was like 12-5 at one point. He was really going toe-to-toe with Ethan on the side of 100 Thieves. So
That's cool.
Crane,
Tech pause, the red
for-
everywhere.
especially on the attacking
Yeah,
half,
it's
right?
like-
Like
Those flanks, dude.
yeah,
It's like they knew that there was going to be a lot of them. They're just showing off.
Especially in this
Right.
next half where there's delay, right? Where you can grab intel, where you can make something happen. I'm really looking to Crane. Like if there's a win condition,
You're becoming the
right,
ads.
it's kind of got to be
Good.
around him, right? Like he's got to continue to play well.
Absolutely. And you could keep talking about everybody, honestly. Misen coming out of stage 3, in quotes, headshot machine. That was this guy, topping the stats, the one you'll usually see, having really good play. So looking at Meeson here, along with Shion, to make sure those things happen. And you get, he's a Breach Sky, a Viper player. We haven't seen too much since it's only the
That's
first
distracting,
map.
not gonna lie. I mean,
There's
it's
a lot of pool
not while they
versatility
play, it's just
between Havan
tech
and
pause.
Liberty as well. Their triple initiator comps weren't always there, so they grew out of something into that, and they could really be showing us something on the next few maps. We also get our first Icebox, which is
yes.
I cannot wait for that.
Well, and that's, you know, as we start to look forward a little bit, Icebox is a really good map for both teams, just like Haven is, at least, or excuse me, just like Ascent is, at least statistically, right? Like, Haven is the one where there's a chance at something a little spicy. For Havan Liberty, a 7-2 record, while for 100 Thieves, it's a very average 9-7, right? Like they're, I mean, just barely above the line.
And it's probably going to overtime, as it does for 100 Thieves on Haven. Oh my word! But yeah, these maps, if like you said,
What monitor they're using? I think it's an Alienware.
Favorability here for.
I think it's the Alienware 1080p 360 hertz, whatever.
How much that
I think.
likes to
I'm
just
not sure.
flex on Icebox. That the rest of the team enjoys playing that.
Alienware monitors, honestly, kind of own.
That we see them playing again. They get good blinds, good finds in there with the rest of the team in the sky.
I was shocked.
And they just start to put together this
I don't know why.
solid
I use them
squad here.
during
Yeah, there's room for a
Counter-Strike
little something spicy.
matches
But again,
and stuff,
you know, as
but-
we mentioned, for Havan Liberty, like, I don't, and tell me what you think. I don't know that they're close, in my opinion. It's borderline. Because you think about this, man. You lose the pistol, you have to force, right? Because then we're talking about a 10-3 and the gap that you find
they didn't get the fourth round.
Right, like it's enormous. So you kind of have to force to give yourself a fighting chance. But for Havan Liberty, we're borderline on, well, maybe we start thinking about Icebox.
Right.
We're not there yet, but I think we're damn close.
And you know, we're seeing everything. You have Crazy Raccoons, Gambit in this group as well.
Yeah.
It's your first game, and nobody holds off everything. You have to strat, you have to play, you counter strat, you get the job done. But this is a tough group, and everybody in your group is watching you right now. You get all the info from the first day. We've seen teams play today, and it seems like each playstyle has been pretty different. Have been hitting head-to-head and clashing in Masters Berlin.
Yeah, I will say this. I think as we think about Brazilian representation at international events, while the story at Reykjavik was fun, right? When you just sit down and you look at these teams, I really liked Havan Liberty. I liked what I saw. I liked how they played. But
I'd eat a whole half of a sandwich.
Not been very formidable at all.
It's the one round. It's really hard to draw a picture with words, so apologize. Follow me. When they crashed onto B to Boathouse to switch,
and Hiko was backside.
Justin, do you want a whole half of a sandwich?
Sorry, Spawn. Yes, yeah. Nitro was in the back of the site. The speed.
Justin, you want to go to bed?
Which we saw Havan Liberty
Are
have
you gonna go to bed
into the site.
after
trade
this
the
match?
kill back onto Asuna, who was main with an op, and then
why not?
Chat, you want a sandwich?
You're gonna ruin your schedule.
It
Watch the
seems
game
like
for
they
another
didn't
7.
have
Go
enough
to bed. Wake up at
Hold
5:30.
to execute that strat.
Wow, you're
But
not
they're
even
afraid
streaming
to,
it
which is
tomorrow.
what I love to see, because you can't
Oh, no, wake
give
up
up
at
in
5:30.
any of these. You can't play to, I'm gonna mess that up, so I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say it. Don't mess yourself up that bad. But you can't just do this, sit back, strat, and hope you're
Sandwich? Are you eating a sandwich?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm having a whole half
I
of
have
a sandwich.
news.
Can I get a half of a half?
There was a keyboard issue on the side of Havan
Yeah, that
Liberty,
kind of
so
sounds good,
they
actually. A half.
requested a replay of the last round.
Yeah.
Three folks load into the game. We are going to
play it back through it,
because
we will continue there with all.
No, we're back.
100 Thieves saw him do it.
Dude.
The round, so
Wait, was it even
taking on both
halftime?
sides,
Wait, they
and we
replayed
are
it?
back into
Wait.
that 8-3 last
Wait,
round of
they
our
replayed the
first
round.
half.
No.
10 seconds away again as far as
Scam.
this is a little bit different of a
How's
different
that
look.
fair?
Excuse me, out of Havan.
Oh, maybe
Liberty.
because they told them about the issue before the
Is on
round, or
that
like
side
before
of the map.
halfway.
We're seeing all the
Before anyone died.
Astro Stars drop as well. Asuna's gonna get pushed back.
That's a no-no.
Yep. He is going to get away. He is going to preserve his life. Steel's going to get a good
Oh,
bit of
that's
info.
good.
My goodness,
Suppress.
they know that they're coming through.
Funnel.
Space taken away.
Cake.
But Steel's going to drop. Asuna's able to get one. As numbers equalize at 4. Havan not giving up. They drop a little bit more util, but they are going to rotate. But Nitro's in a great spot.
Guy, gonna pinch out from bench here. The team said audio was cut. You saw the rotation quick back from Ethan. He got right back to A. 100 Thieves is not trying to over-rotate on this. Very tense 4v4 here with 1 minute left on for our last round of the first half. Spike is going to start to trend towards the B site.
This is an interesting split for Havan Liberty as well, because you saw they've got Crane taking the scenic route, right? Like, he's going all the way around. It's going to take a while for him to really make his presence known on that half of the map, and that's kind of what I'm expecting to see, right? Like, draw some attention over to A, then hit B. They've been known to do it, and actually, they're fakes. The times
I don't know he's there.
In the Brazilian region have been pretty good.
Nitro will have his smoke back up again, timing that.
Oh, no.
Oh, no! I didn't think he was going to step all the way out. I thought they were just going to play cat and mouse forever, Doug. Oh, my word.
ASCENT is still in a great spot, though, right? He's still got the... He's actually looking to go aggressive. He's got the Blade Storm. He's going up. 13 seconds left. But Havan Liberty, they're going to have to go. They're running out of time. What can 100 Thieves do for the whole round? No, one, not able to get the second. Oh, he's going to drop.
Oh, no.
Nico's going to drop
oh,
as
wait,
well.
we're good.
The round's going to fall into
It dropped on lane, yeah.
And the spike's not going to go down, though. Same outcome.
Damn, they won 2 gun rounds. What's up?
And you can hear 100 Thieves, or at least Weekend behind us cheering, knowing.
Don't tell me they do a pause now for 3 minutes.
And they are getting verbal about it. Like we said, if you watch the press conference, Steele says this, it brings him alive.
Yeah.
This locks him in.
Yep.
He loves watching his opponent squirm, especially when he's able to take them round for round. So 100 Thieves in their element right now, feeling this. And
I don't know if this counts as a clutch, but
yeah, ASCENT not able, and really wasn't able to get the second, but it just came down to time at the end of the day, and that's kind of what our concern was, right? Like, you've got 13 seconds left, you still haven't made it onto site, you don't have control of the site, you still got to get the spike down, nothing doing, but now turn our attention towards the future. Havan Liberty swapping sides. Now they're going to be on the defensive half. They are going to invest presence mid. Let's see what they can do with it.
A lot of ghosts. Keeping this at range to start, or at least compiling those ghosts to take one down immediately is fantastic, but it looks like they are going to split a little bit. Ozzy straight out the aggression
oh my
from
goodness.
Havan Liberty.
He was able to get one, but they've taken full mid control. A's been left open. Pletz is left alone. ASCENT is going to be able to clean him up, so they're going to be able to get onto A.
What
and
in
much
the
like we saw in
world?
the previous half, it's going to be a fight.
Who's the defender? Who's an attacker?
Retake. Steele dropping a bit of util to kind of keep space away. Liazi's going to take care of Ethan.
Straight.
His way forward. A 3v3. ASCENT is going to get cleaned up. Steele's there for the trade. Able to get the second as well.
Playoff Pico. This is
Ballsy
just
peaks coming
textbook
in for both
stuff, really.
teams here to make sure they can get the round in their favor. Quick scope.
Ooh, Steele.
With a 3K. I thought that was going to be a blind on both, but Steele sidesteps it to get the classic right click.
Go next.
10 to 3
Myers just
as
the next
100
map.
Thieves do find second half
Why?
pistol round.
And
This is
we're,
over.
we're full on in dangerous territory here,
Right?
Riff, because again, Havan Liberty, you're at a point where I mean, if you don't force, you're putting a lot of eggs in the future basket, right? Like, you have to convert.
It's one of those where you don't, and you have a ton of pressure on you, or you try to pressure yourself into it, and you're rough on the econ game. So I think they're hoping to push it as long as they can with as much money in their pocket to see what next round will bring, and hopefully they can carry it from there.
Oh, and they're
Damn, the radius is
heavy
huge
aggression,
now.
but I was actually about to point out, ASCENT and Steele both have rifles,
What?
but they felt the
Breach.
presence, they
Stun.
felt the pressure coming from the lobby.
massive wide.
They are able to hold it. Res
Fall asleep?
ASCENT
Yep.
right back up.
Why?
Deal with the Guardian.
I don't know, man.
So Trailblazer forward.
You know exactly why.
Tigers
Wake
out.
up, man.
Why?
Oh, there
Watch
it
the
is.
boys.
This map is
Finding
over.
some tappies towards mid.
Over.
Liazi goes down.
10-3.
Now they only have to work.
About to be
against
11-3.
the util that could keep them out of the sight, really. Finding that jet is a great hit.
You know what follows after that?
In the beginning.
12-3.
Still have to take out a lot of the util that will keep them out of the sight.
Aw.
Oops.
Great knife. Take W.
0 points for the 0 point.
They're smoking off defender spawn. They're going to flash out as well, so they are going to take B. It hasn't been super loud. It hasn't been super aggressive, but it doesn't seem to make a difference. As Meese finished drop, Shion's going to drop as well. Just leaving Crane
Nicholas
alone. They're really nowhere near
Nicky.
the site. They're also not really playing together.
Why do they have to call him
and they've
on
got
the
the gun
team?
deficit.
Nitro.
Crane's rocking a shorty, bro.
I just definitely call him Nick.
Trying to pinch this one in. Oh, they aren't actually cross-firing this.
Wow, that is...
The timing! Crane goes down. Pletz knows. He's like, one right click, I could have a gun for next round, and that would actually be huge. Hiko's staring him dead in the eye from the other side of the wall right now.
This is a pretty Brutal situation. He's been tagged as well, too, man. Now they know where he is. A flawless round. Prime Gaming flawless one at that for 100 Thieves as Hiko cleans up the last.
Go to bed, Justin.
Thieves get to 11. The possibility
you want
of
me
a
to
matchup
stay up?
that we
Now you want me to
talked
go to
about
bed. Which is it,
for a
man?
minor region to make
100
something
Thieves.
happen in a match
Going
like
to
this.
Berlin.
Nowhere to be seen.
It's like everybody's feeling it too, and I love this look from Nitro. Is there a flank? Everybody's in sight. They're aware of where the placement of every teammate is on the map and where they might need to look in a split second. That's making it very tough for Havan Liberty, who's trying to win the first firefights, come up with the first blood to kind of spread the map a little bit more, and they're not finding any, frames in that sense. Nothing is working in their favor right now as 100 Thieves continue to get opening kills and mid-round kills.
And now they've got mid, too. Not just mid-round kills, they've controlled the middle of the map. They're going to be able to waltz in for free, and this is do or die, at least on Ascent for Havan Liberty. They drop the Paranoia. ASCENT and Steel are going to be the tip of the spear as they work their way forward. ASCENT is going to get that shot as well. Just leaving one player backside. Crane is good for it, but he's going to get cleaned up. The Guardian, no less. Cleaning things up and getting 100 Thieves onto the site. The Spike should be able to get down as well. I also love Nitro playing the middle of the map, right? He's not going to play on site with them. He goes in a great spot as well. I love this setup from 100 Thieves.
A lot of util here for Plex.
Oh,
On the shots for the team. They follow the leader in with confidence. Can this be a 3v4 that Havan Liberty can come back with? Already backing off on this one. Not confident about what they can bring in, but if they have 2 more players on the next round, they may try to do something. And I think this
big
is
lead
too
on
much
this
reserve
save
play in their favor. Yeah, you're looking for the win, but I think you are allowing so much agency to 100 Thieves that they are walking all over you eventually.
Yeah.
Going for the wrong guy, but I guess it didn't matter. The guy was behind him.
Round saving just becomes so much more difficult.
Right, they're going 100.
Oh,
they try, they're not able to get anything.
God damn, 100 Thieves on land. Beautiful stuff.
You know you're going to be hurting financially going into the next round. Staring at match point, try to save what you can and maybe make something happen. But you're right. Like, you're playing not to lose, and that's hard.
Why take attack here? You're not going to win.
But
piss him off.
Yeah, that's true. You can make him mad, I guess.
When results don't work,
true.
And I'm not saying this is happening. Things can get quiet, but what does happen is you're unsure of your first shot. You double jiggle that peak instead of come out confidently with a swing and someone behind you. Everything is second guessed when it needs to kind of flow, and I think we're finding that for Havan Liberty right now. And it could easily shake off for next map. Right?
It could.
A situation like this can really start to weigh on you in the moment, and you look at what a team can do to shake it off and understand that there's still more to go. That is one of the big things in a team's repertoire to have is the ability to reset.
And an apple?
An apple?
Absolutely.
That's required,
Thank you.
especially when you get punched in the mouth like they have here on Ascent. And for 100 Thieves, man, it's like all smiles across the board, right? Like they're feeling good. This is important. We know that they have the lane experience, but this is still the first time this roster is out here, and they seem to be performing just fine.
Land jitters does not seem to have an effect on these at the moment. Looks to solidify here the first map on Ascent and move us on to Icebox in this last best of 3 of our day 1 of Masters Berlin. Already some awesome games we had. Teams showing how strong they are with dominant performances throughout the day.
Oh, 100 Thieves are going, and they're going to go full send. They use the ults, it flashes, they use a little bit of everything.
100 Thieves, best team in the world, NA #1, as always.
No resistance. They were able to drop one.
I didn't even bother playing the second map.
That's all that was there.
It's a consideration of what can 100 Thieves do in a round. To be turned around and just running away there. Havan was not ready for the situation. 100 Thieves seems to be able to vary up whatever they're doing to throw Havan Liberty for a loop. Final round, Doug, of the first map. It looks like it could be 100 Thieves.
Oh, ASCENT getting a little bit of friendly fire on the flash, and then the fall line, he's getting all sorts of messed up. The Aussie was able to get one. ASCENT getting pushed back, he's going to drop, but Nitro's in a great spot to flip things. They still have a couple of members in the back of the side as well, as Nitro repositions, gets in attacker spawn. Time ticking away. Crane's going to have to make some magic happen. It's not going to happen this time around. 100 Thieves show no concerns. Playing on land, a 13-3 win, exactly what the doctor ordered.
Dominating, vocal, and behind each other every step of the way. Everybody having pop-off moments. Ethan with a disgusting snap transfer, 4K. Hiko with